Hey you guys, it's Clary Berry. I hope you're doing amazing on this Wednesday or whatever day that you're watching it. This video is going to be for Gemini. And yeah, I'm really just going to jump right in because, well, I will say that if this is for Gemini Sun, Moon, Rising, North Node, South Node, Cusps, Cross Watchers, Venus, Mars, or any, if you're just here, if you're just drawn to this video, then welcome. Hopefully you get something out of this video. I know you will. Also, you can kind of toss the ideas around and kind of see how the next few days or even weeks play out for you. Time is fluid, so I might say, oh, this day or this week, but take it as it resonates for you, okay? So like I said, we're just going to jump right in. I'm using the Herbal Tarot, whoopsies, that we have going on here. We are still in Sagittarius Moon and the Scorpio Sun, okay? So a very interesting combination here. And then tomorrow, of course, is Halloween. We are going into the Capricorn Moon tomorrow, and we are also going into Mercury retrograde tomorrow. So lots going on this week. And let's talk about twin flame situation. Okay. Everything in reverse. Okay. Everything is in reverse here. So that says to me that this is a very important reading. Okay. Or it's going to be, or it's going to be a little bit into the future. Okay. So we start out with the Ace of Swords. Okay, so we have a new beginning. Okay, we have a new whole outlook on life. And if not, then again, this is what's coming. Sometimes I'll say stuff again in the positive again. Time is fluid. So it's kind of like, I feel like everybody's been working on this new beginning, preparing for this new beginning, wanting this new beginning. And it's such a big new beginning. I keep on saying this, that it's going to take a while and it's going to last through the end of the year. It's going to last even, I kept on saying through January of next year, 2020, but even I think it's going to go on through like July, okay, of next year. So that's great because, we need things to change in this world. And I don't know about you, but I love change. I thrive on it. I love to just keep on getting better and better and better. And this is what this is all about. Okay. This is not only about the mentality, about our outlook, about our expectations, beliefs, about life, about ourselves, about the divine, about how we're growing, about what we're here for, what we're doing, our purpose, all of these things. But it also has to do with your subconscious and your emotions and the way that your thoughts and beliefs and expectations all interact with your emotions. Because at the bottom here, you have this great, this great expansive ocean. And that, of course, symbolizes, the subconscious within us. And also the subconscious without us, kind of the collective. We really are the same. So yeah, this is about coming into our own, knowing that we are divine. Okay. Knowing what we deserve, what we're going to put up with. It's kind of where to draw the line here. Okay. The winds of change are blowing. Okay. And one thing that you can really do and the way these were set up is the Hermit here was shining his light on the new beginning. Okay, so the Hermit card, the Hermit going within, going deeper, going higher, getting into that spiritual side of yourself, working on the mental, working on the emotional, going within. And this card is the most shadow work of all the Hermit cards because it's just so, so much black and white. Like all of the growth here and all of the things that you're going to put into motion are coming because you're shining this light on your emotions and your thoughts. Okay. And it's, again, speaking very clearly to shadow work. Now, just yesterday, I actually moved my program. The Aloha Switch program is no longer available on the playlist. You will have to go to claryberry.com and figure out how to get it. Eventually I'll have the description box filled out, but I don't have that set up quite yet. So claryberry.com, the first post tells you everything, and it's going to be the prices are good through the end of November. Okay. So it's a very is a very smart move, basically. Okay. If you want this new beginning, this is what's going to help facilitate it. Clear and simple. If you don't do the work, you're going to repeat these patterns. You're not going to have as smooth of a transition and quite as much growth, and understanding of your divinity. It's one thing to say, oh, I'm a queen, treat me like a queen, and expect other people to treat us like a queen or whatever. But if we're not doing it ourselves, if we don't truly believe it, feel it and act it to ourselves, if we're not truly passionate about it, we can't expect that that's the vibration that others are going to be meeting us on. Okay. This is the law of attraction, the holistic law of attraction. You can sit there and visualize it all day, but until you actually wrap it up in the emotions, until you actually act it out. Okay. And this is action, the shadow work, the inner child healing. He's got a staff. Okay. That's your magic wand, is when you take it from the inner to the outer. Okay. Magic is about your relationship, with the outside world. It's not just saying and positive thinking. That's not what magic is. This is your actions, and your actions don't fully change until the inner does. Change begins within. As within, so without. And here's the thing with the positive thinking, it's so, like, oh yeah, well, I can think this and I can start doing this. Yeah, you may get away with it. You may be successful for a little while, but as soon as something comes back up for you that, may be triggering, that may put you back in that same mode, or just bring up these emotions or whatever it is, that's when the backsliding happens. Okay. So that's why I really recommend, going beyond just these positive thinking, this law of attraction thing, and that we normally know about, and going deeper into it, which is what my program is all about. It's a 3-part program. It goes from the holistic law of attraction to shadow work to inner child healing. So it'll take you all the way through. Oh, sorry guys. I totally told you I was going to take this off. Bad girl. See, your actions got to follow through. So yeah, this going within and facing kind of like your inner, I don't want to say your inner demons, but just like facing these beliefs and expectations that have been holding you back and keeping you from your new beginning, is going to really help. Because once you work with the mental, and the shadow work will start to pave the way for the emotional and the actions to kind of come through as well. Okay. So the next card is Tumeric, or Tumeric, however you want to say that. So very anti-inflammatory. We got the roots, so this is kind of digging down and really being able to grow. And again, I always think the broad leaves, it's like you're receiving. Okay. So after you start to assess some of these old thoughts and belief systems and expectations, when you do the shadow work, then you're going to have some more substantial growth. You're going to be able to put down some roots and really kind of further push this new beginning along, so to speak. Okay. So there may be, a little bit of imbalance, or it might shake you up a little bit. So be sure that you are filling yourself with, positive foods, positive substances, getting enough sleep, especially while you do the inner child healing work. Okay. Make sure that you're surrounding yourselves with people that build you up. And, it's okay to tell your family and friends and close loved ones that, hey, I'm doing some really deep, work here. Maybe not for the shadow work. You might not need to do this so much, but if the shadow, once you start getting into that inner child healing, that can really drudge up some really deep things here. And this is what I'm getting from these roots. These are deep roots. It's very healing. I mean, think about how healing turmeric is, but still, again, this is the 5 of Wands. So we may feel like things are being thrown at us. We may feel like we don't have time to do the shadow work and inner child healing. Okay, I know you can do it. I just want you to, again, kind of wrap yourself up, be gentle with yourself, cradle yourself in this healing love. It's kind of like a buffer. This is how I'm envisioning the anti-inflammatory properties of the turmeric. You know, it's kind of like a buffer, and not expecting too much, not being too hard on yourself. And really, I have, you know, it's part of my program that I have mood boosters where, you know, you have all sorts of different things, you know, whether it's mental, physical, emotional, or habitual things that you can do for yourself that can really help you to, again, bring that mood back up, because you are drudging up some old things, and it just, the best way I can describe it is, it just makes you kind of raw. It just makes it kind of there on the surface. So like your emotions are just a little bit like we bury our stuff. We bury our stuff so deep. And when you dig it up, it's right there. So if you had to dig up something painful, then the next thing that comes around that happens to you might, you know, rub you the wrong way, or might rub you raw, I guess, so to speak. You know, it just might be, you might be a little extra emotional. Okay, let's just put it that way. So just plan for that, just understand that, and do not, absolutely not let that sway you from doing this work, because a little bit of, you know, pain now, it's like the medicine. This is medicine. This is holistic healing, okay? You take a little spoonful with your medicine, spoonful of sugar with your medicine. It's worth it. It's going to help you a lot in the long run, even if it's a tough pill to swallow, so to speak. Okay. So this is what this is all about. And so, you know, some of you may already be in that, maybe like in a funk. Okay. Or, you know, you might have this habit in the future, however it resonates. Again, give yourself some time, okay? So, our next card is the Four of Pentacles. So, I love this card. Okay, so we have stability. We have this alignment going on. We're seeing the growth. We're feeling the growth. After we start this, we get it. It's almost like you're so content, you know, you'll be content once you start getting further and further along on your enlightenment process. I've always said this even before I started my program at all. It's like you just are so fulfilled with so much less. You don't need to do the keeping up with the Joneses, all this ego stuff that gets you in trouble, makes you spend all your money, makes you get, you know, overworked. It's just like, you're kind of chill, you know, you're kind of chilling, like you've been meditating all the time, but maybe you haven't. Maybe you have, but maybe you haven't. Okay. You're seeing the fruits of your labor, or you're going to, like I said, after, you know, maybe a little rocky at first, but this is about moving forward. You know, it's almost like she's on a freaking chessboard too here. And these wheels are turning, these pentacles are moving, you know. She's got her money right. She's working on her mission, what she really wants to do. Like, even if it's in the beginning stages here, it's like doing this work affects us so deeply. You can predict it, because we know, you know, kind of from learning from other people what happens with a twin flame whenever they do their inner healing, and then they start to, you know, just become like the Buddha, you know, just like you don't care about all this materialistic bullshit. Okay. That's why there's this tiny little house. You know, it's also like you're taking out the trash back there, you know, maybe it's an outhouse, you know, you're releasing it, and then it helps you to look forward, to able to focus on yourself, focus on the future, focus on your relationships, your home, you know, being comfortable in life, living a life of freedom the way we're meant to live. Okay, that's what this is. She's not rushing around just to make her ends meet here and pay the bills. She's chilling. She has everything she needs right there. Okay, I love it. Absolutely love it. Very much healing energies here together. Okay, and here what we have is where, you know, if you're waiting for the twin flame part of the reading to come through, you know, this is the King of Cups coming through and offering this queen, you know, even though it's the Four of Pentacles, she's still wearing the crown. You know, she doesn't need these fancy titles. She doesn't need, you know, again, she's very content with who she is. She knows she's giving back to the world, back to people. She knows she's making a difference. She's got her passion. She's very secure. She's cleaned out. It's like that refreshed feeling after a cleanse. That's why the outhouse is there. I'm cracking myself up today. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So, the King of Cups here, okay, he's coming along with his offerings, okay, and this is what we've been waiting for. And this is kind of this wild, exciting. He may have been concealing, and I say he, this is the masculine energy, but it doesn't have to be a male. But this is your twin flame, okay? Your twin flame is going to be bringing it to you. They're going to have that passion, and they're going to start to show it little by little. They're going to start to open up. They're going to start to act in the divine way that they know that they deep down should. Okay. They're going to be in touch with their emotions. They're going to have their love cup filled instead of constantly being drained and overworked and focusing on other things. And they're going to have an offer for you. Okay. This is what it is. And again, you have the water in the background is no joke. You know, we got the fish coming through, but this is abundance. This is your unique way of showing your love and showing your emotions. Okay. And this is kind of understanding and healing, because the sky is yellow. We have the healing coming through on all these emotions. Okay. So this is very deep. This is very positive. Okay. And again, it's kind of this wild, tropical, love it. Like, you just think about that beautiful sunset, like everything you would ever want in like a honeymoon, you know, is like being offered here, you know, because he's coming into his own. He's come a long way. And, you know, we always say as twin flames, like when the feminine, excuse me, not necessarily the female, when the feminine does the work, it basically rubs off on the other person. Not only that, but it disseminates into the world and raises the vibration of the entire world, especially, you know, people around you in the vicinity. Okay. So very interestingly enough, we do have the Three of Swords after this. Okay. But I don't necessarily think this means, you know, a bunch of new heartache is coming after you do this work. Because there, in this particular card, there's growth here. And I'm really getting the blue here. The healing, cleansing blue is actually moving these rain clouds out of the way. Okay. So again, it's like this beautiful beginning that we've been waiting for is happening. And you may feel some back and forth. You may feel some pull. This might be, you know, again, this week. Let's go ahead and take some clarifiers, just because this is our last card here that we had. And, you know, we just got to figure out, because it's kind of all by itself. Everything else was cohesive and telling the story. And again, you know, there are two flowers here. So out of, basically, I feel like it's, you know, you guys are growing together because of this work. You know, everything might not be healed all at once. It might not be like, oh, this heartache that you guys had, this drama never happened. It's not going to necessarily be like that, but it's going to be that you're going to know why it happened. You're going to grow, you know, you're going to fully heal from it. You're going to be able to pull those swords out, which is basically just getting rid of those negative thoughts, beliefs, and expectations that are keeping you in this cycle where you normally would go through, you know, this cycle into coming, you know, back around, oh, you know, honeymoon period, and then you go back and you go back. Yeah. So our overall energy here is the Two of Cups. So that's overall. So like I said, and then we have also the next card that I pulled after the Three of Swords is the Two of Pentacles. Okay. So yeah, like I said, you know, you're growing. There might be some back and forth, give and take, push and pull. You know, it's not gonna, everything isn't gonna clear up right away. Okay. But again, the deeper you go, and really, I feel like it's not just about, oh, go deep, try to get it all done as fast as you can. The fact is, there's going to be some up and down. There's going to be some push and pull, because this is a process, and because we've had these negative thoughts, beliefs, and expectations for our whole entire life. And so even if you can fully wrap your head around it, which you probably, you know, we're just not able to do that in one night, in one day after you watch the program. It's not, a lot's going to click. And when you start to do that shadow work, you will feel some instantaneous, poof, like aha moments. Okay. But then you've got to actually follow through. You've got to keep doing the work. You got to make it a habit, make it a lifestyle. Okay. And then you also have to, carry it around with you and remember, what you've learned. And it's just a process. In the yellow dock, you can see these little flowers and leaves are so small. This is a lot of healing. You see how they're yellow? Like, this is a lot of action. And this is just saying that, yeah, don't be discouraged by any obstacles. Do not focus on the obstacles. Okay. Focus on the end result. Okay. Focus on the end result. And when you keep on showing up for yourself, this is just unconditional love for yourself. That's all this is. Showing up for yourself every single day, getting better, doing something. I don't care if you do 10 minutes, 20 minutes a day of, the videos, and then practice what you learned in the program. It doesn't matter. It's going to help you. It's going to keep these wheels turning. Okay, which is what we need. We just cannot be stagnant here. Okay, and we've got a lot to let go of. Okay, the Queen of Wands energy. Okay, knowing that you are pure, you are an angel, and you're gonna get these fruits of your labor. You're going to get the rewards. This is very wholesome, very nourishing things that you're doing. But just like with nourishing your physical body with food, again, you can't expect to go your whole life treating your body like shit, eating meat, dairy, candy bars that we have at Halloween, and all of this stuff. Like, you can't expect that, and then all of a sudden you're going to go on a cleanse and be healthy one day. Like, that's not how it works. I used to talk about that all the time on this channel when it was a more physical health channel rather than a holistic health channel. So, and then we do have the death card again. So there's going to be obstacles, but just know that with each obstacle that comes up, you can still have that good feeling if you're working through it. And just know that, yeah, this is, again, it's going to bring things up. Okay. It's going to bring things up. You're going to have to deal with them. It may not feel good every single time, and you're going to have to let go of some things, and it might be a little bit difficult, but again, don't focus on that. Okay. Focus on the sun, focus on the dawning of a new day, focus on your new beginning. Okay. Because these are the first steps. This is the first steps to really changing your life. That's why this is the Ace of Swords. This is all about getting the mental down. Okay. So I'm seeing that, yeah, it's going to take action for you to learn the program. You got to do it. I'm telling you, if you really want to come together into this union and really, get what you want out of life and just have this growth and feel in this way, like you are just so at peace, and get on this mission where you're helping people and feeling, and just, it's whatever you want, whatever you need. Because anything that is out of balance, if you're having financial issues, if you're having problems with your social life in whatever aspect, if you're having problems with your home life, again, in whatever aspect, it's just a sign that, the alignment is not going on. The mental is probably, I don't want to call you mental or say you're mentally, anything, but we all have these issues. We all have these erroneous beliefs, thoughts, and expectations that are put on us by our families, by our friends, our peer groups, our teachers, our priests, our the TV, all of the above. Okay. And sometimes we just stumble upon them ourselves, but we all do it. Okay. We all have trauma, whether it's, super on the horrible scale, or maybe just not, it's still bad for a person to go through, even if it's relatively less than, or less traumatic in somebody else's eyes. It doesn't matter. We have to deal with this stuff. We have to heal it. And, I feel like you want to do that. I feel like you're moving towards it. I feel like, you're going to feel really, really good in so many ways, whenever you get here. And you can get to this point where you feel that purity, that you're connected again. And I feel like it's going to be really, really great for you to know kind of like what your purpose is, and to act on that and follow through with that. Okay, Gemini. So I hope you guys enjoyed this reading. I have extended videos. If you join my Patreon, if you want a longer video, just go there and I'll go ahead and post the extended videos for every sign that I do that you request for that month. Okay. So that's only $5. I've got, like I said, that's on Patreon. Again, you can find all of the links and everything at claryberry.com on how to get my direct and limited coaching club, how to get private readings, and any programs and packages that I may offer at this time. So you can also find me on social media, Claryberry on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Tumblr, and Pinterest. And again, the website is claryberry.com. All one word. So much love, many blessings. Take care, and I'll talk to you so soon. Bye.